Okay, so I don't know how much of that. Just came up with a software update. I'm videoing something, for fuck's sake. Part 2. So I'll do the disclaimer. My name's Kerry Ann. No, these are just thoughts of my thoughts and opinions, and also I swear. So we finished on the buggering of Muhammad, right? And part 1, I did explain my backstory, and why. Well, I'm currently coming for Islam, in particular, because there's a mosque being put, and all of a sudden on my estate, out of nowhere, there's shitloads of Muslims. Wasn't before, is now. Done by design. And funnily enough, last year we got a new Labour Islamic MP. And literally, when the planning meeting for the mosque went on, our local Labour ward councillors don't know if they'd turn to Islam now. They'll just take any old dick, I think. So it's how it goes, but I don't like you. Well, sure, you're lovely people, but in a job description, don't like. You are bending over and taking it up the arse on our behalf. Like, we weren't allowed. The Labour ward councillors knew full well that was going to become a mosque, and they didn't tell the community. They didn't let us have a chance. They didn't let us even get to the point of protest. We were told a month before the planning meeting. In the planning meeting, 2,500 people, over 2,500 people said no to that mosque. 250, it's 10 times. I've never worked that out. 250 people said yes. 2,500 people said no. It went through anyway. The chair was a fucking Muslim. It was 6 people. I think that she might have had one of the votes. 2 people said no. 4 people have changed our estate. I don't even know them. Mate. I've just changed the face of my estate for fucking ever. For money, for arse licking, right? Now, I've heard that apparently that 6% of the UK population is Muslim, and yet everywhere you go, there is something that you have to compromise in order to not upset Muslims, and they only make up 6%. We are bowing down to nothing at this point. But it isn't Islam, it's the Freemasons. Islam is the public face of the current fucking agenda that they have. Now, go research the Kalergi plan. Begins with a K, K-L-A-L-E-R-G-I. This is something like, literally, our world isn't decided in board meetings, it's decided in lodge meetings, right? And decades ago, this has been coming in for decades. I've only known about it 4 months, and I know full well that no Muslim, none, should be in any position of power fucking anywhere other than whatever country they are having. I don't know what is it Palestine? I don't even know what that country is, but apparently ours is Christian, right? England's built on Christian values, but we have to accommodate to Muslims. And now, 20 minutes into the fucking video, we get to the point, right? Because this thing now, right, halal meat. Now, I've done a video on halal before, but we're going to go there again, right? Because it is disgusting, right? And it's one of those things, like with anything Islamic, you are not told the truth. They have a word, taqiyya, lying in order to further the cause. Taqiyya. Google it. Trust me. Do yourself a favour. They are getting away with it because, again, they're the people who designed Islam, who also own Christianity. This is why King Charles licks Islam's arse, despite it being uber anti-Christian and him being the head of the Christian church. He licks Islam's arse because King Charles is also the head of British Freemasonry, not just the head of the church. And Freemasonry comes above fucking religion. That's why when you go into Freemasonry, all you have to do is believe in a deity. It doesn't matter which one. Now, why ain't there war in Freemasonry? If you've got Jews and Muslims who fucking hate each other, and Christians who everybody fucking hates, right? Like, you've got three religions that that have been taught by Freemasonry to hate each other and to just keep us stupid humans, the plebs, busy, and keep us filled with hate and anger, because they know the secrets of the universe, and they know, and they are the Dark Brothers, right? We have the Islamic Brotherhood. The Freemasonry is the Dark Brotherhood, right? And literally, they know that the universe is made up of energy, and energy can either be positive or negative. They keep our energy permanently negative, and Islam is the epitome of negative energy, right? They are taught to hate. They are taught divisiveness. Even the women of their own religion aren't good enough, right? The men, because the men fucking running around merrily fucking raping everything, just don't care. They have their own word for gang rape, taharush, right? This religion has a word for gang rape. Well, for harassment, which is, on its own is bad enough, but up until the end it comes up to men forming a circle, 3 men deep, so that somebody can be gang raped in the middle and nobody can go and save them. That is their religion, right? And we're taught, oh, we're a religion of peace. My mate, bless him, like literally the day I went off him, I still love the guy, right? But trust him, never again. Because I went in there and I said, like, oh, like what religion? He's like, oh, I'm a Muslim. Oh, like church, the mosque thing. And he's like, yeah. And somebody with me went like, oh, so what's that all about then? And he went, oh, we bring peace. We bring peace. Lies, right? Lies. It is evil. It is an evil religion. They are bred to hate people. The opposite of what religion actually is, right? And obviously we're going to get pissed off about that. But at the minute, the government, because the government are also, it's like I say, not decided in board meetings, decided in lodge meetings, mate. So basically they are being given the keys to England at the minute. Right, despite only being 6% of the population, they are taking hold and they are being given positions of power. And the ultimate goal, they say themselves, is actually, I think I'm going to make my Muslim invasion playlist visible on Facebook, on YouTube. Will I get arrested for that? It was just truths. We're not allowed to know the truth. We're told, oh yeah, but they're a religion of peace and love. No, they're not. The exact opposite of that. And topic in point, eventually, halal meat. Now, I decided to have a look at this because I'm like, well, what does it fucking matter? I'd listened to what the Muslims had said to Kia, right? Of it's a beautiful process. Basically, young your chicken upside down, you slit its throat, and there's a fucking priest who's standing there fucking like, and I'm like, oh, that's, like they say that somebody is standing over them praying while they die. And I thought, well, I can see, and that was enough to placate me until that fucking mosque turned up and I started looking at the fucker, right? And now they have a halal meat section in the co-op, which is next to the pub / mosque. And I went and I had a look and I watched this video of this chap. Somebody had snuck in a secret camera into this halal slaughterhouse, and point of view, it was like looking down at the floor. like, you know, like, so it was like it was on a balcony or a mezzanine or something like this, and literally blood all over the walls, everywhere, right? And there's this conveyor belt going along, right? And there's a trough in the middle, and there's sheep on this conveyor belt, and there's one bloke with, well, there's two blokes in the room, right? But there's this bloke with a fucking machete going, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, slits throat. Next, Bismillah, Bismillah, Bismillah. Meanwhile, right, these sheep just had throat cut, fucking blood everywhere, right, screaming, frightened, trying desperately to get off this fucking conveyor belt with this trough in to catch the blood, right? This sheep fucking manages to get itself off the side. This other bloke fucking picks it up like it was an Amazon delivery full of dog shit, right? Fucking get back on the bastard. Fucking puts this sheep back down on the thing. Just manhandles it, right? And that's what they do, right? So from the sheep's perspective, right, so that there's nobody standing there gently praying over them like we're told. There's a bloke just going Bismillah, 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 right? Sorry if you don't do it for every single one. I didn't really hear him say that. I googled that and found that out. But nobody is with these animals as they die. They are scared, they are alone, they are bleeding to death in a metal fucking trough, a conveyor belt, right? Then they did the cat, and I'm sorry if this is upsetting you, but I think people need to get fucking upset about this at this point in time. The cows got this cow in this metal fucking thing, got its head back like this, slit its throat, blood fucking everywhere, cow's eyes like this, screaming like literally I ain't crying, right, but it gets me. It gets me. The sadness, the torture. It is ritual sacrifice. You know the old fucking putting a goat on an altar? That's what halal food is. In essence, halal fucking meat is a goat on an altar on an industrial scale. That's what you're eating if you eat halal meat. It's not fucking undangerous. It's sick. It's perverted. It's twisted. It's barbaric. It's inhumane. And it doesn't fit in with modern society, as does nothing with Islam. Because everything, they've not changed shit in hundreds of years. You have to behave exactly the way that you've always behaved. You have to wear the exact same outfit they've worn for 200 fucking years. There is no progression. This is why I don't think ultimately it's going to come down to civil war, right? That's why they're ramping this up, because it's all done from up there. Both sides, all sides, Jews, Muslims, Christians, all of it, all of them, told what to do. Did you know, for fun fact, did you know that the KKK is a branch of Freemasonry? Did you know that? I like that on Cities of the Underworld as well. Oh, just to go back to Cities of this was the first video. Just to go back to that. So he followed me on YouTube and this, that and the other, and we will message him. And I said to him, because he gave me his email address, I think. I asked him, like, I was like, oh, tell me about Freemason, because I was just getting in, you know, back in them days. And heard nothing. Next thing you know, he's only gone and fucking become one, isn't he? Only gone and joined Freemason. Oh, done, diddly done. But people will go where the money is, and at the minute, the money's in Islam, especially in the UK. All right, the whole world can see the Islamification of the UK happening. Do you know what I mean? If we can't, that's because we've been told by the government, by the media, not to look. Because the minute you look at Islam, the minute you realise that Islam is fundamentally evil. And halal meat now, you know, up the road from me, I live in a place called Esmonsel Estate / Glenparva, right? Next estate along Saffron Lane Estate is where I grew up, where I was born, and grew up until I was 14. I think. And then I moved over to Quorn, the place, not the food stuff. And, excuse me, I don't know where that's come from. The pits of hell, you demon woman. How dare you? Like, literally, I'm blaspheming against everybody here, but I'm talking about God. And literally, I can talk with some fucking authority on God, personally, right? Literally, 17, 18 years of nothing but proof that I'm on the right path with this, right? Which is why I can speak to you like some arrogant fucking prick. But, well, not an arrogant prick, because it matters that, like, mankind is my business. I need people to, well, I'm here to explain, right? Hopefully people will understand. I think them bastards don't deserve your soul. I call them bastards. I ain't gonna call them the thieves and liars, right? Stole the secrets of the universe, fashioned the world for us to live in, built in their fucking Wheatley image. And yeah, I believe personally that somebody's coming back to spank their little arses for being thieves and for fucking us over. And I think they're shitting themselves, but that's just me being smoke. So this, I went to a school called Mary Linwood on the south. I don't know whether that's a Monsole. Sort of like midway. There used to be scraps back in the 80s. Used to arrange scraps between the two estates. Because that's how we're taught from day dot in school. We're taught war. We're taught war and money. And don't think for yourself, because there's somebody that all your life, all you've got to do is exactly what it says in this book, mate, and then it'll all be all right when you're dead. Literally, they have hoodwinked billions of people over many generations, and I think it needs stopping, personally. Anyways, this school was called Mary Linwood when I went there. It's called the Samworth Academy now, and they only serve halal meat. That is a Church of England school, or Catholic or something. It is a Christian school. It says on the fucking door that it's a Christian school. It is meant to be built on Christian values, and they serve their kids debauchery for lunch. Sick, twisted, go on an altar on an industrial scale. Those kids are fed sacrifice. A Christian school is fed sacrificial animals. Tell me where that's fucking logical. Now, if this was just Islam trying to take over England, that would have been stopped long ago. If this country was really Christian, that would have been stopped. It wouldn't have even taken hold. There wouldn't even be 6% of Muslims in this country. This is all building up to what is coming. That's being designed by them bastards. So the point of the two videos is halal meat, right? I thought, because somebody had posted, no, actually I'd posted something on Facebook. If you don't follow me on Facebook, but follow me. If you ain't mates with me on Facebook, please feel free to add me, because I posted a lot of stuff on there. I like to have a verbal rant, rather than video. I like to just sit and type and just fucking do reams on occasion. So, and also I like to share videos and memes and stuff that everything fucking ties in. Trust me, everything ties in, right? And always has done. Right? But I posted something about halal meat, and they had me a little rant and whatever. And then I went and had a little chat with my friend GP, ChatGPT, my best mate. And I asked GP, what are animal rights activists doing about halal meat? and literally it come up with fuck all. There have been 1 or 2 protests in the past year. It's like literally this is the sickest, most barbaric treatment of animals I've ever seen in my life. The animal rights activists will fucking go on till the cows come home about baby chicks that are put into a musher because they're boys and they only want girls for the eggs, right? Fucking and where are they on halal? So I'm like wanting to know. And literally there is not the uproar that this practice deserves, because everything comes from the same place. We are told that we can't diss Islam. Now, if this was because Islam doesn't have the amount of numbers to be able to boot on the neckers, right? It's not Islam doing it. Islam are being fucked over as well. The Muslims are being fucked over as well as Christians. Like, these bastards have lied to us all, mate. And Jews as well. The bastards have lied to us all. Literally kept the most beautiful part of our souls away from us. Our souls. Literally lied about what we are and our place in the universe. They have kept us away from God by telling us, by manufacturing false idols, like literal gods that do not exist. The true God, we are all sisters and brothers. The true God is the universe that we are a part of. That is why sacred geometry rules everything, because everything has a natural force. It creates, it mutates, it evolves like nature. And I'll go back to a video I did many years ago. And I don't care how long my videos are now, because fuck it, who's watching anyway, right? But I watched this program back when I used to watch telly. When I used to watch this in the Underworld. So I used to watch History and Discovery and whatever. And watch this program of this guy who'd basically, well, they told the story in the program. It wasn't a program about this guy, right? This guy who'd been stranded at sea, right? And he was out there for 21 days or something. Like, literally, if I got that right, I'll give me the money myself. And he was in a dinghy and whatever, and he's floating along and he's needing to eat. So he's getting fish out of the water and he's eating the fish raw. Can't cook it, he's in a fucking rubber dinghy, right? And he's just eating the fish and that, and he's starting to die, right, this guy. And all of a sudden it turns out that basically his body was failing because he wasn't getting the correct nutrients. Yes, he was eating food, but he wasn't getting the actual nutrients that he needed. And over time, he started to develop cravings, you know, like pregnancy cravings, for eyeballs. He'd crave the eyeballs. He'd crave the spinal cord. He'd crave the lungs. He'd be like, oh, mate. And that was what kept him alive. And they went through the list of what was in the eyeballs and what was in the spinal cord, and that the actual vitamins and minerals, the components of which were what he was lacking as he was dying. And so his body tapped in, his soul tapped in to the universe, and the universe educated him. Like, it's magic, right? Literal magic, natural magic. You know, like when women have cravings in pregnancy, it's very often, you know, like when they crave coal and, you know, weird shit, it's very often that their body is lacking a specific nutrient that is in that weird item, right? And how do they know that? It's not like they've read a book. Oh, it appears I have a magnesium deficiency that I don't know about. Let me go look up a book. What I do to, oh, look, there's the toothpaste. Do you know what I mean? It's not how it happens. The universe lets you know. If it's not your time to go, it won't be your time to go. Especially if you've got a tale to tell about it when you come out the other end, mate. But, yeah, literally. So at the minute, it looks like I'm just fucking hating on Islam. It looks like I'm Islamophobic. Well, what's Christian phobic then? What's Jewophobic? Anti-Semitism or whatever. Literally, and I find it hilarious. Like, oh, fucking lump over here, right? Lover of a fancy man. I love looking at a nice bit of cheesecake. And you know what I've said all my life? When people say, the men on the planet that I find the most attractive, obviously South Koreans, since I met pt2. Well, obviously I haven't met them. Arabs and Jews, like Muslims and Jews, like literally are the most handsome men on the planet, in my personal element. I always used to say to people I'm quite partial to a Jew. Love them, good big noses, just, ooh. And Arabs, ooh, fucking lovely. Racist scene. You know, now racist. Actually, I was watching Dexter last night, and I just don't know what his name is, but the little Asian chap. And there was a photograph of this Albert Chung, I remember his name, in the paper, and he went, he looks like you. And he was like, that's racism. That is racism. Right? And he did actually look like him. I swear it was, if this Albert Chung toes, because I ain't got to that point yet, I micro binge. I do not binge anything. I watch like 5-10 minutes of a program, then go to another program and watch 5-10 minutes of that, and at bedtime. Don't watch telly during the day, except for Sept files when I'm having dinner with my son. You don't need to know this, but I over-explain. My ex used to hate this about me. I over-explain, so you have more information than you need, and still not enough information. I could talk for 24 hours straight and still not scratch the fucking surface of what I need to tell you. Yeah, so let's just go recap. So, halal meat, apparently, now, they're wanting everywhere. I urge you to Google, to watch a video of how they slaughter those animals, right? It is ritualistic. It is a sacrifice. Like, literally, it is the sacrificial goat. Think to yourself, would I eat a goat that somebody had just, right? Ain't he a fucking movie producer? Like, and slit their throat. Would you sit there and let them do it in front of you and then sit there and eat that meat? If you are perfectly okay with that, halal is the meat for you. If you think it's abhorrent, don't fucking eat halal, because that is exactly what you're eating. A sacrificed animal in the name of religion. They are sacrificing these animals in worship to their Lord. And you're eating it. And we ain't given the choice of this anymore. But again, I think that this is just them going like, they're poking the bear. They're like, look how unjust this is. Look how unjust this is. Yeah, sacrifice, mate. Come on, kick off. They desperately want us to kick off. And I think that's why Tommy Robinson has been allowed to be the voice of this up until now. Because he was a football hooligan. And, you know what I think about Tommy Robinson. And yes, I have changed my mind, because that guy has had it right this whole fucking time. But I still do not stand behind his methods. And I watched a video of him the other day, and this, obviously Muslim man, having a lovely chit-chat, right? And then the man had said something like, oh, you know, I didn't come over here to bang you out, or whatever. I didn't come over here to start, or whatever. Tommy Robinson, like that, flipped, mate. He's like, you fucking having a, come on then, like literally just fucking went rage bar. And this man's standing there looking calm as a cucumber, And then I nearly said Jeffrey Epstein then. Tommy Robinson's just like, you fucking think you come at me, you think you can fucking take me on your own. I don't know how tall he is, but I think he's got short man syndrome, man. He's a very angry man. And I had literally removed all thoughts of that Tommy Robinson out of my mind. Completely was full on, oh my God, I'm wrong about Tommy Robinson. And then and the bloke was just, I didn't say I was going to wreck you. Yeah, you fucking start me on your own. Thankfully, we listened to Tommy when he said, don't come down London to start for the march. And I say we, as the whole country, because we are one people. We are one species. Or there is a new man. Or apparently he's quite, but there's what's his fucking name? Literally just heard about this fella, and he's going up against sucker dick cunt in the London mayoral election. He did some SAS thing, like military man, rather easy on the eye, which fucking helps. A lot handsomer than Tommy Robinson. Me with a face like a fucking hippo's arsehole. Literally fucking right in the man. But yeah, what's his name? I want to say Tim. I don't know. But I know that I'm going to get to know this guy, right? I watched a video of him yesterday. And literally, it's like, you are what we need, my darling. You are what we need. This guy is no nonsense. And literally, I just can't wait to see him, like, there. 2 podiums, him and Sadiq Khan. Because Sadiq, he can't tell the truth at all. He's a Muslim. Takia. Like, literally, he lives by lies and bullshit and proper political, get me out of here now, not answering the question, look over there, that kind of thing. And this new chap, like, literally is just sat there, just talking truth, being honest, and just complete opposite of suck a dick. And I'm like, mate, get them on podiums. Why have we not seen this? So I'm very excited about that man now. And we'll get to know his name. But yeah, I think he said he was at the march, actually. Never going to go on a march. Said for years, do not believe in marches. I am fully the power of just talking to each other. And I would like to say, like, 32:23, that would cool. I'm just going to stick this in here, like, literally, if you like my work, please share it. Please discuss what I'm saying. Like, literally, this is called So Says Cares because it is the personal journey. It just so happens that So Says Cares was, I had that already from when I used to I used to do club reviews for a rave magazine back in the early 90s, and used to end all of my articles So Says Kez. So that was the natural name for my YouTube channel, but heavily shadow banned because, yeah, it's like, you know, like they'll let some people through, like, who are against Islam and whatever, but they ain't gonna fucking promote anybody who's against Freemasonry, mate. That's like, once you go above, once you realise that Christianity and Judaism and Islam were all designed by the same people in order to keep us constantly at war, then you're in trouble. So literally, if you do believe in what I'm saying, share me, because nobody else is gonna. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it there. If you've made it to the end of both of these, like, literally, never mind Bevy, mate, I'm going to take you out for dinner. Like, it's only Mackie D's, they ain't got no money, but, like, Mackie D's. There was something about them wanting KFC to be only halal as well. Fuck off, this ain't your country. And that's to the imams, that is. It's like, Muslims, no problem living alongside Muslims. I have every problem with what they believe in. No problem with Christians. You know, like, I've had Christian friends ever since I've been on Facebook, which is about as long as I've been on YouTube. And love the bones of them. And I think that they've also been taught wrongly. You know, the whole point of religion is waste your life on a promise of what's going to happen when you're dead. I'm going to do a video on what I think happens when you die, but I don't think you go and live in hell or heaven and whatever. And this old fucking hellfire business, fuck off. Like when he said to Stacey Dooley, you will be fuel for the hellfire just because you don't fucking, oh, piss off. You got to start off, when have you ever fueled a fire by fucking Stacey Dooley's? Shut up, Carrie Ann. I'm going to go. Thank you for being here. Please come back. And never forget that I love you all, Muslims included. But you've been lied to, darlings. Bye.